I think that the truth speaks for itself. Islam speaks for itself, and people recognize that it's the truth simply by coming into contact with it and seeing true practitioners of it. And there are so many examples of this in our history, and even of the Prophet ﷺ, where people would come and just see his face and say that this is not the face of a liar, and then they would become Muslim just by seeing his face. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I think that the tendency is to think that if we make Islam more conformant to what already exists and what is already accepted by people, then it's going to be more acceptable. This is wrong. Okay? All you're doing is justifying your own nafs or desires. You're trying to justify your own desires by fitting in so that you're comfortable, so that it's convenient for you. In reality, we should really emphasize the parts of Islam that are distinct and different from the dominant paradigm and thought process and worldview of people in the world today. It's an easy opportunity. Like, it's a very easy marketing strategy. In marketing, I was in the corporate world, and studied and worked on product marketing. And in product marketing, you have to have a distinction strategy. What are the unique value propositions of your product? How are you setting yourself apart from the competition? And you have to emphasize those things and explain why that makes your product better. Okay? A distinction strategy. If you just say, oh, it's a product just like for example, if I imagine I'm an entrepreneur, I invent a drink, and I say, this is just like Coca-Cola. It's exactly like it in every way. People say, okay, I'll just buy Coke. That's what I'm familiar with, right? You're not going to sell your product. You have to have a distinction strategy. And for us, it's so easy. This is just like, we've been set up to hit the home run, basically. And we will hit the home run, inshallah. Because all of these issues in this clown world, all of these problems that are leading to what I mentioned at the beginning of the talk, the stress, the depression, the suicide, the loneliness, the shamelessness, all of these things are addressed in spades in Islam. And the solution, the perfect divine guidance and solution is Islam. All we have to do is just be honest in transmitting that information, calling people to it, transmitting that knowledge. But we do the opposite. We try to hide the things that are distinct about Islam and try to cover them. And no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that ayah. Oh, there's context. Don't worry. It's exactly what you would think. Islam is human rights, yeah. Secularism, yeah. Feminism. Islam is all about that stuff. The Prophet ﷺ was a feminist. You're doing the opposite of what is needed. Okay? You're making yourself more comfortable. You're not doing any service for the sake of Allah. You're not doing any service for da'wah in doing this. You're transmitting part of the book and you're hiding part of it.